Malaysia's Q1 2025 4.4% GDP growth, navigating domestic strength amidst global headwinds, by Azlan Adnan, MA score. In the first quarter of 2025, Malaysia's economy expanded by 4.4% year-on-year, a slight deceleration from the revised 4.9% growth in Q4 2024. This performance aligns with official forecasts and underscores the nation's economic resilience amidst global uncertainties, including escalating trade tensions and fluctuating commodity prices. Sectoral performance. Services sector. The services sector remained the primary growth driver, recording a 5.0% increase. Wholesale and retail trade grew 4.3%, transportation and storage 9.5%, and business services 7.7%. Manufacturing sector. Manufacturing expanded by 4.1%, buoyed by exports of electrical and electronic products. However, domestic-focused industries, especially motor vehicles and transport equipment, were sluggish. Construction sector. Construction grew a strong 14.2%, its fifth consecutive quarter of double-digit expansion, led by non-residential projects like data centers and factories in Johor. Agriculture sector. Agriculture rebounded with 0.6% growth after a previous decline. Marine fishing and crop yields, excluding oil palm, were positive, while oil palm contracted 3.1%. Mining and quarrying sector. This sector shrank 2.7% due to drops in natural gas to 2.2% and crude oil output to 4.6%. Expenditure components. Private consumption. Consumer spending rose 5.0%, led by transport plus 9.1%, restaurants and hotels plus 13.2%, and food and beverages plus 4.3%, indicating festive activity and recovery in tourism. Government consumption. Public spending climbed 4.3%, driven by higher allocations for supplies and services. Investment, GFCF. Gross fixed capital formation expanded 9.7%, supported by increased spending on structures 13.4%, machinery and equipment plus 5.4%, and other assets plus 7.2%. External trade dynamics. Exports. Exports grew 4.1%, slower than Q4 2024's 8.7%. Notably, March exports to the United States surged 50.8%, reaching a record RM 22.66 billion, USD 5.14 billion, just before the July implementation of a 24% U.S. tariff. Imports rose 3.1%, slower than the previous 5.9%, helping maintain a favorable trade surplus. Monetary policy and outlook. Bank Negara Malaysia held the overnight policy rate, OPR, at 3.00%, but cut the statutory reserve requirement to pride 1.00%, freeing RM 19 billion into the banking system. The move aims to support domestic liquidity amid external shocks. BNM expects GDP growth in 2025 to be between 4.5% and 5.5%, though downside risks exist. Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim has cautioned that prolonged trade tensions may hinder full-year growth, despite short-term relief from delayed U.S. tariffs. In sum, Malaysia's Q1 2025 performance shows a firm footing at home as global headwinds intensify. Domestic resilience, prudent policy interventions, and strategic diversification will remain key to sustaining growth through a turbulent year. A heartfelt light. To every soul whose hand did give, you've helped me dream, helped me live. In darkest hours your light came through, with hearts so kind, so pure, so true. Your gifts, like stars in deepest night, have steered me gently toward the light. Each coin, each word, each silent prayer, a thread of hope so rich, so rare. My eyes once dimmed now seek the skies, and slowly, clearer visions rise. Because of you, I dare to see the world again. Its grace, its plea. Your compassion's flame will not just stay with me alone. It lights the way for others wandering through despair, to feel the warmth of selfless care. You've shown what love in action means, in quiet ways through giving scenes. You've built a bridge from soul to soul and made the broken feel more whole. So let this thanks rise like a song, a melody both soft and strong. May your example gently call more hearts to rise to give. To fall into the joy of lifting pain, of planting hope where none remains. Your kindness walks beside me still, a light, a love, a living will.
forget to hit that subscribe button to show your support.